So before I start this video off, I just want to note that this video is in no shape or form me complaining about this LUFENIA fight. I'm just going to talk about this LUFENIA fight and how I am struggling to be able to beat this fight, because the LUFENIA Plus fight of this Shiva Divine is a big pain in my butt. I have tried so many different team comps. I have looked at YouTube videos. Like I even got to that point where I am looking for different team comps to try to beat this LUFENIA Plus fight. And man, I'll tell you, like, look, there's not many shenanigans in this fight, and that's the crazy part. And this LUFENIA fight, or at least this Divine, Shiva Divine, is a very squishy character. But the thing is though, there is so much that you have to look out for, and that you have to try, that actually you can't even avoid. That's the thing though. It's like you can't avoid any of the diamond dust attacks that it does, because at 79%, at 49%, and then at 29%, you're gonna get frozen. And the thing is, when you do get frozen, it can vary between like many different things. It can vary between like either the amount of time that you are frozen is going to be short, or the amount of time that you are frozen is going to be long as hell. And it adds so much to the turn count, because as you are frozen, it does increase the turn count, and the turn count for this LUFENIA fight is 70 turns. And with Shiva being squishy, you would think like, oh, it's not that much of an issue. It should be relatively easy, right? Well, not really. So for those who may not know, with some of the other things with the Shiva LUFENIA fight is that it gains a tremendous shield. It gains a 1 million brave shield, and obviously you have to break that. Now the good thing is that they made it so that even if you do not break it and Shiva does get a turn, Shiva will not insta kill you, because normally with LUFENIA fights, if the enemy does get some type of shield, they typically just go and insta nuke you, and then you're gonna have to start the fight all over again because you didn't do this, that, etc., etc. With this one though, it's reasonable. They made this fight, they definitely made this fight reasonable. But man, I tell you, the diamond dust attacks, man, once you get frozen, it's almost like it's RNG based at this point, because like you have to wait until like they smack you. And then if the turn order of how they attack you, because the way that I've noticed it is that you get frozen, then they attack you, and then they attack you again, and then after the second attack is when you get unfrozen, and then you can start doing your thing. But with this fight, if both of them reach that certain percentage where they do that counter attack, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. And like, I've gotten screwed over so many times. I think the closest that I have been to defeating this fight is with this team comp that I found online, and it was done by a Japanese player. The only difference is I switched up the calls a little bit because I felt like the calls weren't helping me too much. But it also doesn't help because my ace is only at 0 out of 3, and I don't plan to 3 out of 3 a unit just for one fight. Which, don't get me wrong, it wouldn't be a bad option for Ace, because Ace with his trap follow-up attacks is actually really good combined with Quistis and Poem. Now, there have been some other team cons that I have used. Jacked, I do have Jacked. I did manage to pull his LD weapon. I decided to do my pulls off screen just because I have been pretty busy. And not only that, but I've also been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14, so I've kind of been distracted on that, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been live streaming. But I do have his LD weapon, and just him in general. Jacked is very good in shaving down that shield, which is I can't complain about it. That's the one great thing about it. And also the orb controller, he definitely helps out. Even though I still wish that Jack would have had a party enchant, which would make the fight 10 times easier. And because he does not, I'm resorting to other options. Like like in this team comp, in the original video that I saw this team comp, the player actually brought a Lulu card to enchant Ace, which is smart, because with the follow-up traps that he does, it actually counts towards the LUFENIA orb, and it does increase. Other units that I have tried using against this fight was Ornn. I know I've seen a lot of people use Ornn. he is a good option. He definitely helps out in terms of shaving the shield. He does that counter attacks and whatnot, etc., etc. People have used Porm. People have used Ignis in this fight as well. I have seen, when it comes to BT plus wise, I have seen people use COD BT plus, which yeah, COD BT plus, which I do not have because I don't even have a BT weapon. I have seen some people use Vayne. I have seen some people use Arden. The thing is though, like I'm not gonna be pulling for a weapon just to try to defeat one fight. And thankfully with this event though, it does not go away. So I am pretty much resorting to just waiting until I get a strong enough team comp to be able to defeat the Divine Shivas. I mean, like, the only thing that I'll be missing out is one ultimate book and the ingots, or I guess the nugs to create an ingot. So I'm gonna be falling a little bit behind in terms of resources. But I mean, you know, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not desperate to defeat this fight, but you know, the completionist in me really wants to beat this fight. And this fight is reminding me of like what was that one fight? Oh, the imps when Sephiroth got his BT weapon. I know global players may remember this because it wasn't that too long ago when that event was out. But I remember doing that fight. It was a pain. I was getting so upset, and I'm not trying to do that once again to the point where I start just thinking like, okay, maybe I do really need Jack's BT weapon because that's the only way to be able to defeat it. Like, I'm not trying to resort to that. So you know, I've been trying a few times here and there, but it gets to the point where I'm just like, you know what, I mean, at this point the only thing I really have left to do is just co-ops for this Shiva event, and that's it. So it sucks that I can't defeat it. I have seen some other YouTubers, some English-speaking YouTubers who have defeated the Shiva event, and don't get me wrong, I do get a little jelly. But at the end of the day, you know, I still want to continue enjoying this game, and I'm not gonna stress out over one Lufenia plus fight. So it's not fun. And you know, at least the devs did not make this fight ridiculously hard. You know, because if they really wanted to, they could have easily just been like, okay, we're gonna add a counter attack after certain actions. They could have made the Shivas more tankier, but they didn't. You know, the only shenanigans that we have to put up with is just really the constant freeze, the insane brave 1 mil brave shield that they have, and you know, just a few other things. So I mean, as you're gonna see here, you're gonna see that one of my units is going to die. Even my Shantoro call took damage, which hurt me because the HP requirement for this fight is 15,000. So it makes the timing on a lot of attacks it's tough. It really is tough. So but yeah, that's the reason why I have not uploaded a completion run of the Shiva event. I'm struggling. I'm struggling, and I mean, it's gotten to the point where I'm just gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna complete everything else and just hold off until I can beat it in a future, I don't know, later in the future, whenever I have better characters and whatnot. So, but yeah, if you have completed this, if anybody who plays JP and who has completed this fight, if you guys want to throw some team comps my way to see if maybe it may or may not help me out in trying to defeat it, let me know in the comment section below. But other than that, I mean, I'm just gonna hold off at this point because there's really not much that I can do. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to create this video for. Also, I do want to mention I have been having some mic issues lately. I don't know if it's my mic that's I don't know if it's like mic settings or maybe the mic itself. I'm still trying to figure out some stuff. I know that my last video, the audio did not sound the best, and I am sorry for that. I had a few people complain about it. Oh, not complain, but like mention, oh yeah, same thing. So I am trying to work on fixing it as quickly as possible because I don't want my videos to sound like cheeks, like booty cheeks. So, but anyways, that's gonna be it. So hopefully you enjoy the video. I guess how long do I have left in this run? No, I think I'll probably just cut it off here. But pretty much at the end of this video, at the end of this run that I attempted earlier today, what was it? Porm actually goes down because of the constant freeze. The what do you call it? her freeze ability or freeze attacks. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for hearing me out, and yeah, take care, and I will catch you guys in my next video.